I want to try to do something with this pumpkin. So I'm going to solo it and see what we can get. So I'm going to take this pumpkin, clone, and do X-ray. Like, oh, I guess I have to unsolo to do X-ray. And I'll make it smaller, like so. Okay, we'll do something like that. So that's the inner pumpkin. So I want to take these two pumpkins, hide the inner one, Boolean, Boolean. So now I should be able to solo this. Let me add some light so you can see. That's fine. We can see now. Let me make sure I have post-process off. What is dithering? Turn that off. Okay, so now it should be hollow. Let's just do a little hollow check, trim. It's hollow. Okay, good. So let's turn to the right and let's use our select mask with rectangle to just make a little mask. Masky poo. Ooh, I can tell that I have subsurface on, so let's change that to opaque. It's a little bit easier to see. I don't know if symmetry is going to work. Let's try trim. Okay, so no, it's not going to work. If I go to symmetry and hit local, that usually works. So now if I go back to trim, I can have some sort of symmetry. But it's do I want that symmetry? I'm going to take the symmetry off, I think. I kind of like it. Still have to do some sort of nose. I think that could be a winner, right? What do you think? What if we do it crazy and do these things too? Like I would usually do. So let's go ahead and clear the mask. See how thick it is. Oh, it's thick enough. Let's voxel remesh it. We'll voxel remesh it kind of high. Oh yeah, we still have the thickness. That's good. So let's smooth, and I just did the tutorial about this, but I figured why not do another one. So now I'm just doing regular rolls, smooth. I could probably use symmetry for the eyes a little bit, although the eyes are looking crazy. All right, let's see what I want to flatten here, because these edges are looking a bit too edgy. So let's flatten them. Oh, stroke painting. So let's flatten out these edges. I gotta use select mask, which is annoying because the flatten should just be on the surface that like you're pointing at. Like if I flatten here, it shouldn't pull the other side, but I don't really know what that setting is. If you know, let me know. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like a Nomad Sculpt novice. See, it pulls and it bugs me so much. Okay, let's try our luck with pinch. I was not going to record this. Some of these videos, like, I do a lot of work that I just don't record because I think it's going to be boring. Well, I know it's going to be boring, but I think there's a market for the more boring stuff too, if I'm being honest. So now I try to just start recording anyway and just talk about nonsense and sculpt because I think there might be some value in it. People seem to enjoy it. Let me make sure I hit record. Oh, I did. Okay, good. See, I like to flatten, but I like to flatten a little bit like towards us so that the edge is like beveled like towards us, if that makes sense. Even with like this, like I think this would actually look better if we could see more of the bevel like that, but it's hard to pull off. Like, what is that? Like, what is that divot right there? And it is a complete butt monkey. It's making me have to do this numerous times because of that one divot. And it keeps it from looking, oh, I'm so hot. I'm overworked and hot, having hot flashes. But anyway, I think this looks cool. What do we want to put inside of this? Let's do a sphere. I should have saved the inside. That's what I should have done. I should have saved the inside, and then I could have this would have been a lot easier. And I could have like made like a face, almost like the pumpkin was like a mask. It's kind of a cool, fun idea, I think. So right now I'm just using move to kind of like fill the inside of this. So we're just going to fill the space this way. We're going to fill this space bootleg, and we're going to like it. Okay, what happened here? I thought this was done. Maybe I didn't do it. Oh, let's do X-ray. X-ray will be of some help, I think. Okay, it looks like the gaps are filled. So let's smooth this down. So that's an easy way to sort of control it and also like rein it back, like just to where like I want it. Come on, baby. Come on. Here we go. Okay, good. It's all stowaways back here. I can probably just use move with this. So let's voxel remesh it. So I'll voxel remesh the inside and then just smooth it. So it shouldn't move back too far now because we voxel remeshed it. But I think I want to make like a space for eyes. It's like not easy because it's not centered. Let's see what happens with symmetry and clay and sub. Did I set the, oh, it is on local. So let's just see what happens. We'll take stroke painting off. Yeah, see, it's like weird. So we'll take symmetry off and we'll just do it this way. So I'll make that there. I'll make another one here. Okay, and then we'll smooth that out. Because we want to make it like there's some sort of strange creature. And the pumpkin is like a mask. Oops. So let's shrink this. It's time for some new, silicone holder for my Apple Pencil. Okay, so we'll do it like this. Yes. We'll make it a bit bigger. That's nice. I actually like that. I'm going to clone it and move it over here, even though I should probably just wait till I have it completed before I do that, but that's okay. So let's say this is like some sort of weird brown. If it was actually the insides of the pumpkin, it would be kind of like this colored, wouldn't it? Let's use clay and let's dig out the nose area. Actually, layer might be good for this too. Layer and sub. That'll give us some deepness. We'll smooth that out. So that's nice and dark in there. And then here, let's do good old mask. Let's do a good old mask for the mouth. And we'll go like this. Something like that. We'll invert. And then we'll take this and move it back. There we go. That looks good. We'll go ahead and, I don't know where I got, and we'll go ahead and, but that's like always saying that. Like I am aware that some of this stuff sounds funny that I say, but I can't help it. It just like happens naturally. Oh, you got the mouth coming through back there. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think I want that. So you know what? I'm just going to undo it. So I'll just go like this and I'll bring this inwards and I'll bring it away from that side. That should help. So now I'm going to go back to clearing and then I'll just voxel remesh it now at 200 and just check. Yeah, that looks better. So now I should be able to smooth this out and no green back face. Okay, that looks good, but this, I don't like how far it like melted away from the thing, so I'm just going to pull it forward. Okay, some space here. And somehow there's some space here, which I don't know I don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it. I'm going to flatten here, which I would do to any character or creature I was making. I'll flatten there. To make my life easier, if I can move this to the center. I'm very hot, but I can't put on the fan because I'm doing audio. Like a huge butt monkey. Let's see, if I go to Gizmo, I could do move origin, and let's just see if that helps. I could always move it back. I'm just going to add a sphere. I don't always say sphere like that, but having fun in sculpting, I tend to say sphere. I'm going to make it toothy. I'm just going to validate one and just work on one, and then I'll just make the mirror. Wish my chair would let me move in further. So my sound might be a little bit worse now, but if my health feels a lot better, my back feels a lot better. So I want to make this flat. Something is up with my flatten tool. It's like so jittery or something. sometimes it's just like hard to make the shapes I want for some reason. Let's use move, and let's maybe I want to straighten this tooth out a bit. Let's make it big and just kind of give it a little bit of a bend. All right, let's take this and do a mirror and then move them away from each other. Oh no. On the sphere, move them away from each other. Oh no. Okay. Ah, why is it? So why are you being a butt monkey? I mirrored you. So why are you not? Oh, now it moves left and right. Oh, all of a sudden you're a team player. When before you wanted to just move one tooth and make me feel like a dumby. It's because you knew I was recording. That's what it is. Sometimes it does know you're recording. I'm convinced that it knows when you're recording, and it knows when you're ready to go to sleep. There's no way you can tell me it doesn't know when you're ready to go to sleep. It's like, okay, he's ready to go to sleep. Let's pull everything out of the bag. I'm going to pinch this to make this not go smoothly. Let's keep him up. What's that word? What's that? Indefinitely. I have issues with the word indefinitely. I don't know why. Okay, so back to the gizmo. I don't know, indefinitely, like I feel like definitely should be like what indefinitely means. I don't know. I just have strong feelings for it. Let's move these teeth in. Yeah, now he's looking like something. Oh, so you know what? Let's make these smaller and put them together more. Let's take a look. Okay, so we need to move them up towards the front of the mouth. It's actually fine, but let's clone, because I think I'm going to need to move, I'll need to move them, I think, after the fact. But I think now is like not a great time to move them around. I think I should do the layout of how I want the teeth, then move them. And notice I'm using a line because it's a little bit easier. I could take it off, but you know, then it's hard for them to, I can't move them straight back. At least here I can move them straight back. So let's put them in line with that teeth, but I think these need to be a little pointier, don't you think? So let's try to make these a little pointier. It's like sometimes it's tough to really get. I want it to be smooth, so that's why I'm using move, because I want it to be a smooth, like smooth move. X-lax. That's not bad. Let's smooth this puppy out a little bit. You see, I feel like it's just like, I don't know. And why is this so high? Let's move this down a little bit. Why is the top of this mouth so high? Like, what are we doing, bro? Maybe I'll put some gums. Maybe those are the gums. Oh, these are pointed out. These need to be pointed in. That makes a lot of sense. So let's do that and move them in. But now we have this. You know, I can probably fix that with just pulling this part up. Let's use drag. And let's try to drag. Oh, that didn't work at all. Let's use clay. And maybe we can just, oh, not sub. We'll just add some clay to cover that up. There needs to be some clay here anyway. That's fine. Let's make some clay here as well. See, keep pencil thing keeps sliding out. What is that? Is that just a shadow? Or is that, why does it look like a mask? That's color. How is that color though? Paint the whole thing? That's so strange. But why is it smoothing like it's color? Oh well, it's in the nose. I'm just gonna go ahead and get over it. Okay. So these, let's bend them inwards a little bit. And let's push them back. We'll twist them a little bit. Maybe move them up a little bit. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. I want to use these, and I want to clone, and I want to push them back further. And I want to kind of make those like two-prong. Let's make them a little thicker too. Let's clone, and let's try to make them like those like two-prong kind of teeth. Like when I think about like a dog's mouth, they have those like, they're kind of like canines, but they're kind of like thicker. But they're kind of pointy still. So let's, how do I do that? How do I want to do that? Maybe drag. I think it's just the shadow that's making these kind of weird. Yeah, I think it's drag. Let's drag and kind of make those like pockets. Yeah, that's what I want. I kind of wanted like those pockets. It's kind of annoying because they're round, and I really don't want them to be round, but maybe pinch will help me out. Or flatten. Flatten might be my friend. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Where are the other ones though? So I kind of like that, but the only problem is these other teeth are just like gone. Let me make sure they're still there. Oh, they're there. Okay, I know what to do. Let's validate uninstance. Yes. So then let's select all these again. And then we can take all of these teeth, should be their own identities. Oh, I can't do it that way. I hate the way this works. I officially hate the way that it works. You have to touch the tooth. But the problem is if the tooth is hidden, then it's still just like hidden. Like I can't get to those teeth here, which is which are the ones I need to get to. So I'll do it without looking. I'll bring this down. And I'll bring this one down. I'll bring this down a little bit. I think that's nice. Let's trim with the lasso so it's not so, what's the word? You know the word. Okay. Ooh, what do I want to do now? Oh, let me pause. There's like some sort of sound in the backyard. Okay, so it was like someone calling out to this fur ball of a cat that like is sometimes out there. But I saw the cat briefly. But there's always raccoons that are back there. So there's like a raccoon crawling on like it's not really a trellis, but it's like one of those like metal thing. Oops. One of those metal things you put plants on. It has like a few different like levels, and you can put plants and stuff on it. So I have one of those, and the raccoon they're always like crawling on it and trying to dig into like the little flower pots and stuff I have there. So I like went outside, and he's like scurried away. Okay, I think I like these. So yeah, I think I like that. Let's validate, and then let's kind of maneuver these in a better way. Let's do some flattening. And let's do a little cloney poo. But I went out because like I'm actually really curious to like know if that's their cat, because the cat that I see back there is like always back there, like back there all the time. So I'm just curious, like what's the cat's name? because it's like always back there. So for a while we were sort of worried if you know, maybe it didn't have like a home or something. Like maybe it did, but it's always outside. So, you know, sometimes we're just like, well, hopefully it has like it has a home, you know, like God forbid if something were to happen to you know, people, and the cat was just like outside and, you know, didn't go back or something. But it's been a long time now, so it seems like the cat is fine. And if I put food out, it eats it. But sort of the raccoon, so I don't put food out too much anymore. I used to, because we had some other cats, but they moved on. So now we don't have any other cats besides the one I call Furball. He's extremely furry. He is the epitome of that name, and so that is his name. Make these a little more interesting here. Let's take symmetry off and just do a little bit of trimming. Let's take this and just validate that. I want to validate, but I want to join children. So now I should be able to trim. Oh, it's still symmetrical. Symmetry. Stop playing games with me, please. Give me a break. Give me the break. I was just supposed to be sending you over to Blender. Let's take crease and just make some details in the teeth, just for funsies, just so they're not so like clean, you know? Okay, that looks nice. Let's take this color and make it darker. So we'll make it darker, and you know what? I think we can probably use smooth and smooth this, and that'll be a nice smooth. Oh, I like that, because it kind of looks like rotty, like it's like rotting. Was I using clay? I think I was using clay. Okay, so let's use inflate. Inflate back here. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice and creepy. Let's make this smaller, since now it's working a lot better. Okay, so now let's just smooth out this. That's nice. Inside here, let's make it even darker. We'll paint inside there even darker, and in the nose too. Paint that nice and dark. I'm gonna make that really dark. And maybe just around the edges. Oh, that looks good, I think. So smooth. Let's do paint. Let's do real dark around the edges up here. Join these together. So this is the teethies. So I want to take these teeth and I want to make them a darker color around the edges. I guess the roughness doesn't really matter. I'll make it kind of shiny. Let's add a new layer. Okay, so some nice dark color on the teeth as well. Because why would the teeth be clean? This is a haunted jack-o'-lantern. Why would the teeth be clean? They wouldn't. So we want to make sure that we have them nice and dirty. Okay, get some dirtiness in here as well. Okay, so now we'll just do a little smooth job, and now they'll be nice and dirty. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is my manual ambient occlusion, is what I like to call it. Makes everything beautiful. Okay. Let's take this and clone it. What color do we want this? It'd be nicer if I could see everything. So I hate that it keeps taking it off of just what I'm working on. It's the most annoying thing ever. So I have an idea. It's not really an idea, but So don't need the, so I need these. Do I need, what is this? Those, oh, teethies. Okay, so that's everything. So you know what? Let's just hide everything else. I hate to have to do this. I find it annoying, but I can't live this way. So now we do solo. I'm gonna turn the lights back on. So now we can freely move around. I hate doing it that way, but I have no choice. Also, this looks very, I don't know what color that is, but it should be completely rough. I don't want to see any like reflections in there. We'll make it a little bit darker, I guess, there. This I want to move. I guess it's fine. Maybe we can just take this and stroke painting, move this down. Here we go. That's better. Okay, so what color do we want this? Why is it not? There we go. Do we want it red? Or maybe we want a yellow. Let's do yellow for now. And let's are these the same? They are. Let's make one black so we'll know the difference. Let's pull it out and we'll shrink it. That's what I want, but I'm thinking maybe I want this like kind of creepy like that. I like it. Let's clone. Yeah, let's clone it and we'll just move it over. No, I think that's actually pretty good. And let's do, let's try clay. Let's match this color. We're on clay and we don't want sub, but I think I want to make, let's turn symmetry off. I think I want to make some sort of like, of course I'm on the wrong. Some sort of like eye housing here. I just want to see what that looks like. And I'm going to smooth it back. It's kind of interesting. So I'm going to take this and nestle it under here. So this will be our yellow. How about I? I are yellow. And this is our P1. So this will just be for the right eye. I know it's his left eye, but for me, it's his right eye. Because I'm looking at his face. So this, I don't know if I like that though. But that's okay. It's an easy fix. I can just smooth this back out of the way. What do I want to do here? I feel like it's the eye shape that's bugging me. Stroke painting, of course, is just going to be on the whole time, I guess. That's kind of cool. What if we stretch it all the way down here and do something like that? Now, obviously, I have to change these. all I was supposed to do tonight was make some renders in Blender. That was really all I was supposed to do tonight. So I don't know how this became the project. I like it, but it's a bit odd. But let's give him, it's a shame that I have to use, I can't use symmetry, but that's okay. I've done enough of these to where I think I can handle it. Okay, let's make this black, rough, all the radii. Okay, we'll make this side smaller. That's nice. Now let's use profile. I don't need to really do that. But I love the way that looks. Unfortunately, I don't think mirror is going to work. Yeah, it's probably just easier to just do it again. So I'll validate that. Maybe it's not easier. Maybe it's better if I mirror it, validate it, split this one, grab this one, and then just try to maneuver it. Let's see if that works. Oh, why is it doing the other one? Come on. Don't do that to me. Validate, uninstance. Yes. Let's pull these out of here. So the only reason I didn't have to, where I messed up is I didn't have to do the whole split thing because it was a mirror, which I forgot. Lashes, A, lashes, B. I have to stop with my weird words. But no, I don't think this is going to work, buddy. This eye is just like too much of a different shape, I think. Actually, that could possibly work. If I take move, I wonder if X-ray will help me. Nope. If I take move, I can maybe move this into sort of position. I should put all these on my Patreon. I think I'm going to add all these on my Patreon. I kind of like this. I wonder if I make it thinner. I kind of just want like some other shape. I can make anything with a sphere. Like if he had big doe eyes. Big eyes that made you just not want to carve him. What if we just had dots for eyes? Let's clone and let's move this to a different spot. We connected them. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. So what if I voxel remesh these together? Smooth it. Let's do a mirror. And we'll validate and uninstance again. P1L. And this will be P2L. And let's see if we can work some quad remesher. If we look at the wireframe, it's bananas. I think this is 10,000. Let's make it 40,000. And just see what happens. That's not bad. But you can see a little missing out on a lot of stuff, a lot of things. Unfortunately, the size is bigger than I would have liked. But the only other thing that I wanted to maybe do is use crease. I can never help it but to do this. Like, I always want to make the creases a little bit like deeper here. So I'm going to try to do it like fast. Why does it always make those like pucker marks? I hate that. Okay, some nice creases. I can't help it. The creases are going so deep that they're kind of, you can see the insides. Oh, you know why it's not letting me smooth? Because it's such a high resolution. So I'll just use smudge because this pumpkin is so high resolution. So let me try to decimate it. Okay, that's much better. I could probably decimate this too, if I'm being honest. And let me drop these layers. And these lashes I can join. Eyes, decimate. They don't need to be that big. Teeth, decimate those once. Just want to get it down to at least less than 1 million. All right, so let's raise this up. Let's put it back here. So we'll do something like that. Beautiful. So I'll export this and I will show you what it looks like in Blender. I'll put this on my Patreon as well, so you guys can have fun with these funny looking pumpkins. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to go more in depth, then definitely check out my Skillshare classes where I am a top teacher. I have about 50 classes, both Procreate and Nomad Sculpt. I also have a few classes on Udemy, so if you want to learn more, or you just like my style, you like the way I teach, you want to support me, those are some other places that you can do it. Thanks again, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.